Check, check. Mic is working. See who we got in here. It looks like Crystal is in here. Crystal is in here right now. We're getting ready to get started today. Getting to the lesson for today. What's going
Hi.
on, Crystal?
Hey, nothing. How are you?
I'm doing good. Where you tapping in from?
I'm in Canada, Toronto.
Toronto?
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, welcome. Where you find me at?
Another stylist sent me your info. Her Instagram's like beauty basic.
T.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
yes. Yeah, T is dope. I'm glad that you can hop in today. Do you already have a course?
Sorry, I muted myself, but I'm creating one now, but it's not finished.
Grade one now, it's not finished. Got you, got you. What's the course about?
It's braiding.
Braiding. What part of braiding?
Just doing like knotless, like any techniques that I do, like the boho braids and stuff.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
like a boho braiding course.
Yeah, like I did like a course on like I recorded parts of it, but I just have to edit and put it together. But it's just like on how to like how I do it pretty much, like breaking it down.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to know what bring you on today and what are you looking to get out of this training?
Hmm. I just want to learn how to, I guess, launch it properly and how to consistently promote it and scale it to a point where it can be like a really good passive income stream.
Got you. Got
Mm-hmm.
you. That makes a lot of sense. All right, I'm gonna come back to you, Crystal. I know I had you in a hot seat. I wish I
Okay.
could see you. I am a person full of
I'm
energy.
at work right now. I actually
Oh,
have a client, so I have my headphones in,
okay.
but I'm just trying to tap in to see what's going on because she invited me just like yesterday, so I didn't really have a lot of time to prepare, but I was like, let me just come through anyways and see.
All
Hmm.
right, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Let's see who we got in the building virtually. We got Blessing. What's going on, Blessing? I know we talked a couple weeks ago. I got AP and I got Drew. What's going on, Drew?
Hi, Jaylin.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Yeah, Drew showing her face this time. You was in the room last week. You was in the room last week. AP, where you checking in from? I see your face is showing.
I'm in Florida. I'm in Jacksonville.
Florida.
Yeah.
Where did you find me?
Instagram.
Instagram? How did I
Yeah.
pop up? Where did I come from?
Um, I think I follow Beauty Basic Tea.
Okay,
And
so
yeah.
T is putting everybody in the room today. Okay, that makes sense. I'm trying to get the phone right. So let me kind of while I'm getting myself together, and y'all see me being a little discombobulated. Let me tell y'all why I started this. So last week, actually, Drew, I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. I gotta put you in the hot seat, Drew. Can you let them know what happened last week and like the room, the environment, what we learned, what we talked about?
So, hi guys. So basically, last week we spoke about a program. So we came up with a whiteboard solution for mentorship, and we were like basically we were basically coming up with a price. So the price that we came up with was $10,000 for a mentorship program that Beauty Pros can offer. And we were just basically throwing ideas out there as to what we can offer and make this course as valuable to make to have beauty pros to make the course actually attractive for the mentorship program.
Yes.
So we were just throwing a lot of ideas out there. Some of the girls came up with different ideas as to how we could get this $10,000, how we could get people to pay this $10,000. And so some of the girls came up with ideas like offering continuous mentorship after the program, content, like coming up with a content package. It was like a whole bunch of different ideas that everybody put together. Yeah. So Jaylin could explain more, but that's what I got from the course. So basically what it was just coming up with a price, making it more attractive, making it more valuable versus, what other beauty pros offer. One of the concerns that stood out for me with the other girls is like, a lot of us were very concerned about that price being where it's at because others offer lower prices for their mentorship programs. So, we were concerned as to how we could get this thing out there, how we could get people to pay this price, versus going to somebody else and saying, okay, well, this person offers a cheaper price for their mentorship program. So that's what it basically was. Yeah.
Good drop, Drew. I appreciate you. Drew hit a lot of things on the nose, and I want to kind of sum up what she said so everybody understands how powerful last week was. But before we go into that, I want to kind of talk about where Whiteboard Mondays came from. So last week, the call that Drew was on was actually a call that I was doing with another beauty pro who's killing it in the lash industry. And I was supposed to meet with her one-on-one to do a strategy session. I was doing it because she my homie. I'm like, hey, let me hop on. I'll help you real quick. But then I had this idea. I was listening to a training and they were talking about the power of other people's audiences and like the best way to spread yourself and get yourself out there is to tap into other people who already have the people that you want to serve. So I'm like, well, since I'm doing this for free and it's no cost to this, let me just go ahead and ask her if she could at least invite some of her friends. And I was honestly nervous because I'm like, I'm about to ask her to do something for me. I don't know if any of y'all ever felt that way, but like where like you have something you want to do and you want to do it with somebody. And when you get ready to go ask them to do it with them, you kind of like, you kind of start talking yourself out of it. You're like, I don't really know if I should ask. No, skip it. But I said, let me ask. And when I asked, she said, yeah, Jaylin, I got some people that can come. I'm like, okay. So she said, I got a friend, but then she ended up inviting 5 friends. And 5 friends came on last week. And for that whole entire time, we were literally talking and dropping game and sharing game. And the beauty pros connecting. People was talking to each other and figuring out how can we connect with each other. And one of the biggest things I got from that room is that the power of proximity. Like having a whole bunch of beauty pros in the room together virtually allowed them to bounce off each other. People got to get ideas from each other. Boom. All you need is one idea. The concept of one idea. So of course I came on and I did my thing, but having other beauty pros on in this training was like game changing. So I sat down and I kind of debated like, all right, every single week I film YouTube videos. If you do not already subscribe to my YouTube channel, if you want game on how to sell your course online, Jaylin the Consultant on YouTube. And I thought about like, well, I record YouTube videos and I talk to myself. But let me just go ahead and invite people on to listen to what I'm saying live, get practice at being a better communicator, and just take those YouTube videos, put them on YouTube. So I'm like, let's start Whiteboard Mondays. And all of you guys were either invited by somebody, you saw it on my story, or you came from me just hitting you up and talking. So one nugget I want you guys to know is that whatever you're selling, whatever you're doing, think about how you can have your own Whiteboard Mondays, your own Braid with Me Tuesdays, your own. I'm not even gonna go that deep because I don't think y'all ready. I don't think y'all ready for that. That was too deep. That was too deep. Okay, so here's how this is gonna go. Couple group rules. This is a consistent thing. I want to create a room full of beauty pros who are on the verge of breaking free from the chair with each other. If you are like, hey man, I'm trying to fill up my books, I'm more so not looking to break free from the chair, this is not the room for you. And before we even get started, I would advise you to exit off the Zoom. The next thing is, I want everybody to feel comfortable, to feel respectful. I want you guys to get along with each other. I know it's this whole notion with women and trying to build business and all that, but we don't have to be that group. That's a choice that people make. We can be the group that help each other out, that goes crazy with each other, that pats each other on the back, that cries with each other, and really makes this thing happen. Okay? Everybody got me? Can y'all give me like a thumbs up in the chat or even just give me a thumbs up? Because I got my main camera right here and I got to look right here. AP said thumbs up. iPhone 2 said thumbs up. The third rule, cool. Blessing said thumbs up. The third rule is I need you guys to treat this like you paid $10,000 for it. Here's why I say that. I'm not coming on here to kind of like, and this, let me be honest. Last week I sold something. I'm not gonna lie, I sold an offer to some people. And after that, I was kind of like, you know what? I want to make this to where people can just come on. They don't have to worry about getting sold to, and they can just get the game, take the game, go make the money, and then they realize like, oh shoot, if he helped me for free, imagine how he could help me if I paid him. So my goal is to literally from here on out for these free YouTube videos is to help y'all make money from y'all courses so y'all can essentially go out and make money from yourselves. And then when y'all want to go deeper, you say, oh, who should I spend money with? I need a mentor. I need to invest with somebody. Eventually that's me because I understand that the best way for me to get my provision is to serve and solve problems. So if I can help you solve a problem in return, law of reciprocity, you will either down the line pay me or refer somebody to me. That's cool. Everybody cool with that? So I'm not gonna sell nothing at the end of this. Y'all good with that? I got some thumbs up. Let me see. All right, cool, cool. And the last thing, which is so important, I grew up in a what people call a black church, right? And at the black church, when the pastor said something good, what do y'all think they did at church? Ooh, they responded. They dropped something in the chat. That's what fuels me up. That's like call it my payment here on live. Like if you be like, that was it. I need to hear that. That's the one thing I need to hear. That'll really help me out. If everybody just sitting here and y'all just looking at y'all phones and I don't know if y'all receiving the information or not, and it kind of gets boring. But also, I know that that just tells me that what I'm saying is not interesting enough, and I just got to get better at communicating. Okay, so if you can at least drop a "ooh, that was hard" or "I didn't really get that," that will really help me out. Is everybody okay with that?
Yes.
Cool, cool. Drew said cool, 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 cool. I forgot. I left one thing out. With that, the pastor can see people. I would love to see faces. If you in your bonnet, you land up with your man, your kid slobbing on you. I don't care what it is. I would love to see your face if you feel comfortable because that also fuels me because I get to connect with people and you're in a room full of beauty pros. Your next friend could come out of here. Your next business partner could come out of here. Your next homegirl could come out of here. If she don't know what you look like, y'all not doing no deals together. Okay? So this is recorded. Like I told you guys, I do this for YouTube. So I'm going to talk as if I'm talking for YouTube. But I want you guys to know that I'm also talking to y'all. I still want to see y'all drop stuff in the chat, and we're going to get into this training. So here's what I want to talk about today: how to ethically charge more for your course and get students to invest, even if that other beauty pro in your niche is charging lower for the exact same thing. Couple pieces I want to talk about in this: how to ethically charge more. You're not going to be scamming nobody. What I'm getting ready to tell you today is not going to be like, oh, you are scamming people or you getting off on people, as people say here in Detroit. You're going to ethically charge more. The next big thing is that students are going to pay for it, even though you're charging more. And the third biggest thing is this: you're going to be able to charge way more than the other girl down the street doing boho braids, than the other girl down the street doing silk presses, than the other girl down the street selling knotless. What I'm getting ready to tell you. And I am confident that if you literally take what I tell you on this call, go implement it as soon as you get off, just try it. You will really see some results. So let's kind of talk about this. I remember I was listening to one of people I consider a YouTube mentor. And a YouTube mentor for me is someone who I listen to kind of like very often on YouTube. And one day I hope to pay them a whole bunch of money. So I'm listening to him and I heard about him talking about this thing called an irresistible offer. And the irresistible offer, as he was playing it, he was kind of like, okay, when you're selling, if you think about water bottles, right? Water bottles are kind of competing with each other because they're all competing on price. One water bottle, this water bottle right here may be $2. You may see another bottle that may be $1. You may see another bottle that may be $1.50. They always are competing on price with each other. Same thing with some of the products that y'all buy. Y'all may not buy this braiding gel because this braiding gel is cheaper, or you may not buy that comb because this comb is cheaper. Those type of things are what he called a commodity. And as it's going through my head, I started thinking about it through my lens, like, okay, I'm getting ready to sell a 6-week coaching program helping beauty pros make their first course sale before recording a single lesson. But I know that me just selling a coaching program is pretty common. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys know some people that are out here and they selling the coaching program, and you can go find them and they're promising you that they're going to help you launch or sell more of your course. So I started kind of filtering what he was saying through my own lens. Anytime you're listening to people, I need you to start filtering what they are saying through your own lens. So as I'm listening to him, he started talking about that you do not want to be a commodity. You want to have something that people only can get from you. And that's where he came up with that title called the irresistible offer. Let's see. Here we go. Irresistible offer. I don't know. I'm gonna call out somebody in the audience. I was talking to Drew and she was talking about a certain braider that was charging a certain price for her class. And she mentioned like, man, I do not want to charge the same price as this braider because I honestly feel like it's super, super low. So when I was thinking about this, I want to share with you guys the formula that he gave me that I then did on myself, and now I'm giving it to you. Is that okay? That's cool with y'all. Thumbs up, thumbs up. We got some thumbs up. I see them. That's cool. That's cool. Cool. Okay. So if you want to be able to ethically charge more than anybody in your industry, the first thing that you need to figure out is you need to know who is your dream student. Who is the one person you will wake up every single day and serve, even if it was for free? One of the biggest mistakes I see beauty pros making, I'm gonna actually give y'all a story. I remember I was working with a beauty pro and she considered herself the branding and marketing like go-to person. And as I was talking to her, I'm asking her questions. Okay, so what are you getting ready to sell? She's like, I'm about to get ready to sell this. But then I took a step back because I had read in a book a couple months prior that the guy talked about a lot of entrepreneurs that make a big mistake. They create something, then they try to go out and sell it to people instead of figuring out who they want to sell to first and then making something that serves that person. When you create something and then go out and try to sell it to people, that's how you get headache students. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all do not want headache students. That's how you get people who go through your stuff, they buy it, but then they don't do the work. And I don't want students that don't do the work, and I'm pretty sure you don't either. So he talked about that. The first thing you need to do is you 100% need to figure out who is the person you will wake up every single day, even if you had to do it for free, and serve them. Okay, so when you're thinking about that, it's a couple things you need to ask yourself when it comes to your dream student, the first thing you need to think about is what is their skill level? What is their skill level? Are they a beginner? Are they already making a certain amount of money? Are they like never done this before? Are they at the point where they're in the salon? Like all of you have a certain type of person that you were put on this earth to serve. And I need you guys to stop thinking that you're supposed to serve everybody. That is a big mistake. Your product, your course is not for everybody. Your course is for one particular type of person. So I need you guys to think about what is the one particular type of person that I want to serve? And you first do that by asking, what is their skill level? Another thing I like to figure out is what do they already know? So for me, I know that for my coaching program, my first one, my 6-week one, I know that I want to work with beauty pros who are already booked and they on the either burnt out or on the verge of burnout. They are very experienced in what they do. They're not beginners. They're not like, how do I do the basics? They actually know how to do the thing really, 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 really good. So when you're thinking about your lens and you're thinking about what you're selling right now, I need you to kind of think about where is the person at and what do they already know? That is so important. And then I need you to think about this, which is even more important. What are they currently struggling with? So all of you in this room are either getting ready to sell something, selling something already, or looking to sell more of the thing that you already have. So when we thinking about that, what is your dream student struggling with? If I remember we had I have a stitch braid client I'm working with, and we sell a stitch braiding academy or 6-figure braider academy for $500. And one of the things that her students were struggling with, well, one of the things that we found out is that her students weren't the students who were already like making 6 figures with their braiding business, but they weren't, she told me that they weren't the students who didn't know how to already do a stitch braid. Like they didn't understand terms like parting and molding and like pinky stitching and all that. Like a complete beginner. She wanted the people who were still working at home. They were trying to at least get to $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 doing stitch braids. And they were looking to level up in their game so that they can eventually get a shop. That's the lane that she was working with. All of you guys have a certain lane that y'all are working with, and y'all need to dominate that lane. You are not supposed to target everybody. So I kind of have this cool thing that I like to do right here, and I call it like the niche pyramid. And when I think about the niche pyramid, I believe that this is a great way to kind of look at where you want to start at in your business. And it kind of goes like this. So on the left side of the niche pyramid, that represents how much money you make. The higher you go up in the niche pyramid, the more money you make. Okay? So as you see, this represent a little bit of money, this represent a little bit more money, this represent a lot of money, and this represent a whole lot of money. Now on the right side of that represents the transformation you get for people or the amount of people you can, and y'all don't be talking about my drawing, all right? It's for illustrative purposes so y'all can get the point. Okay? Boom. On the left side, how much money you can make. On the right side, how many people you impact. So if I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about who is my dream student, the first level is going to be I target the whole beauty industry. Okay? If we look at the pyramid, if you target the whole beauty industry and you're saying, I think my digital product is for everybody in the beauty industry. Anybody that wants to learn how to do blank, you're going to make this much money, whatever that means to you, and you're going to impact this many people. Okay, so now you're like, all right, I'm not in the beauty, like you're not in the beauty industry. Now you're like, all right, I want to be in, let's say your segment. So you're a hairstylist or you're a nail tech or you are a lash tech. So I got a lot of braiders in here. So for y'all, this would be like hairstylists. And then you get the point as hairstylist. Okay, so you're not talking to all the beauty people, but you're talking to all the people in the hairstylist industry. And now you're saying my product is for hairstylists. All right, cool. So you're gonna make this amount of money and you're gonna impact this many people. But let's go a little bit further. Okay, so for a lot of you guys, y'all may be saying, I'm targeting braiders because that's another sub segment. Like if this is the beauty industry, this next layer is like hairstylists. This next layer that's open right now, right here, is braiders. So now I have a digital product that helps braiders do blank. You're gonna make this much money and you're gonna impact this many people. But this is the sweet spot. If y'all don't take anything from this training, this is the sweet spot I want all of y'all to be in, like today, starting like as soon as you get off this call. If you are a braider, right? And for whatever industry you're in, think about it for your industry. If you are a braider, so let's just say like, oh, this, I never even thought about drawing it this way, but this way may be a little bit better. So let's say this is the beauty industry. And then let's just say that this is hairstylists. And then let's just say that this is braiders. I want you guys to find your money zone. What's your money zone? All of you do not need to be targeting all of the braiders. For one of my clients, she's able to charge $500, and that's even too cheap because she focuses on what? Stitch braiders. For people that came from Timmy, who does she focus on? We just changed that for her. She focused on boho braiders. I want you guys to think about what is going to be your money zone. Everybody in here needs to have a money zone. You don't need to be talking to the whole beauty industry. You don't need to be talking to all the hairstylists. You don't need to be talking to all of the braiders. You need to be talking to a certain money zone in your segment. That making sense? Everybody good? Y'all follow me? Let me see the chat. Any thumbs up in the chat? AP says she got it. Okay, cool. Got you, got you, got you. Got you. Drew says she got it. iPhone says she got it. So for that, I want you guys to think about what is my money zone? Like, what am I good at? What am I currently doing the most? One thing that I had to talk about with Timmy is that, all right, Timmy, you do boho, you do locks. Let's just call them locks. You do locks, jaw locks, that's what she called them. And then you also do boho braids. And one thing we had to wrestle with was this. I don't know if I should target jaw locks or if I don't know if I should target boho braids. And I'm like, Timmy, just choose one. It's easy. She chose one. Now Timmy is bringing in sales. So I need you guys to figure out what is your money zone that you want to dominate in so that you are able to impact more people and make way more money. So step 2 in creating your irresistible offer. The first thing we have to figure out is we need to figure out who is our dream student. We got that down pat. What's their skill level? What are they currently struggling with? The second thing we need to figure out is what do they desire? What does your dream student desire? Now let's talk about this, you guys. I heard that one of my mentors said is your job is to help people to believe that the thing you are selling them is the key to their desire. So think about it like this. Let's say that your student is right here, right? And they are trying to get here, right? It's a certain vehicle. Let's draw a car, y'all. Let's draw a car. It's a certain vehicle that they're trying to take to get there. So what is a vehicle? A vehicle is kind of like the thing that they have tried in the past to get them to this result. For example, a lot of you had tried to break free from the chair from doing one-on-one trainings. That's a vehicle that you are using to get to that result. A lot of you have tried selling online courses. That's a vehicle. Ebooks, that's a vehicle. All those things are vehicles. So for you, you need to figure out what vehicles is your audience currently using to get there. For example, one of the vehicles they could be using is YouTube. A lot of you probably already started on YouTube University. A lot of y'all probably started on YouTube University. I know that I did first, and then I start going deeper. But your audience current vehicle may be YouTube. Now, what you need to do is say, hey, YouTube is terrible to learn what I'm trying to teach you. Let me put you in this vehicle right here. Let me put you in this vehicle right here called the silk press, my silk press course, or my boho braids course, or my stitch braid course, and that can help you get here faster. But in order for us to take your vehicle and help them get here faster, we have to figure out what do they desire. And I want to let y'all know, this may hurt somebody's feelings today. I promise you, I'm only here to help and not harm. Nobody wants to buy another blank course. You can fill in the blank of whatever that is. Nobody wants to buy another boho course. Nobody wants to buy another silk press course. Nobody wants to buy another knotless braiding course. If you go on the internet and you say, hey, you guys, sign up for my knotless braiding course, my boho course, where I'm going to teach you my signature parting techniques. I'm going to give you 16 modules and 28 PDFs and 9 ebooks that's going to help you get the result. It's not going to work. I promise you it's not going to work. You need to figure out what do they desire, and you need to attach what you're selling to be the key to what they desire. So for example, when you come to, so we have a $1,000 coaching program, we have a $27,000 coaching program, then we have a $50,000 coaching program. Those coaching programs fit 3 different desires. The first coaching program, $1,000. You want to make your first course sale without recording a single lesson. You don't have a course yet, or you've tried in the past and it did not work. We show people how to literally make their first course sale before recording anything. That's what's their desire. I finally want to get into courses. I know I got this stuff in my head. I've tried launching in the past, but it didn't work. Like, I need help. We fit that desire. And all I talk about is my signature pre-sale method program is the key to helping you launch your course sale without wasting tons of money. Oh, I don't want to waste no money because last time I took all this time recording and all that type of stuff. Okay. So when we're thinking about that, you need to figure out what does your student desire, and you need to attach what you're selling to them to that desire. Like, attach what you're selling to them to be the only way, the best way to that desire. So I'm gonna kind of put Timmy in a hot seat again, right? So when I was coaching Timmy, I had to figure out why someone should sign up for a boho braiding course. Like, why would they sign up for it? So what I came up with is that women love this curly hairstyle in the summertime or when they're traveling. This is like a travel hairstyle. This is a hairstyle that's like, oh, they're gonna, like, my wife got this hairstyle when we went on our honeymoon and we went to a hot place, and she paid whatever she paid for the hairstyle because she wanted it. So I had to use that desire of the client and give that desire, I had to figure out what was the client's desire, or like your if you're a stylist and you're doing a client, that's the client's desire. Then I had to take Timmy's course and figure out how can we position her course as the key to get that client desire for students that buy it from her. So we said something like, learn how to dominate the summer. Like, women are going to be getting this hairstyle and you're going to miss out on this wave. Like, oh my gosh, like, if you learn how to do this hairstyle, you'll finally be able to make $5, $6, $7, $8, $9,000 a day. So now you're only working X amount of days instead of all these days. So we had to figure out what was their desire, where they're at now, and what are they currently using to get there. Say, skip that. We don't want to talk about that. This is the best way to get there. Are y'all following me? I know that was a deep concept right there. I went a little deeper in that concept. Okay, we good. I got some thumbs up. Got some thumbs up. So once again, if you go on the internet and you come out with a flyer that says how to silk press, or how to boho braid, or how to stitch braid, and you think that's going to bring you in sales, you are wasting your time. You need to talk about the desire. And a great way to talk about the desire, I'm gonna give y'all one thing I wrote down in my notes. What do my dream students want to finally be able to do after they master what I teach them? So you're not selling them on your course, you're selling them on what they're going to be able to do after they take it. That is so important. So once you figure that out, that's what's on the top of your flyers. Once you figure that out, that's what's in your bio. That's what you talk about on your story. You don't talk about how many videos, modules, ebooks, guides, hours of time they get from you. That's what you talk about. And that's what'll make somebody say, I'm at least interested in what she has to offer. So when we think about this, all of you guys have something that you're trying to sell. And I'm trying to get you guys to a point where you can ethically charge more for your thing and get students to invest, even if your homegirl down the street is charging $20 for it, okay? I don't want y'all to be that group. So here's one of the biggest parts right here. I need you to figure out, you have a course, okay? You have a course, okay? This is what you're selling. Let's say your course is, I'm gonna put the number right here, $97, okay? Let's say your home, or actually, let me back up. Because I don't want y'all charging cheap prices. Let me back up a little bit. Let's say your homegirl's course down the street is $97. And let's say your course, you want to charge $497 for it. Let me show you guys what you can do to be able to charge this. First thing you could do, she's selling the course. Let me write this in a different color, actually. She's selling the course on how to do boho braids. You is too. If we look at it just like this, an average person is going to buy this one because y'all both selling the same thing. So what could we do to be able to make this thing look better than this thing? What we started talking about, irresistible offer. So I need you guys to start thinking about, if somebody comes off this call and y'all do exactly what I'm telling you, somebody is either going to get a sale or make their first one after this. So good. How can we make this one look better than this one? First thing we need to do, we need to think about if my student wants to be here and they are currently here, what is that result that they want? Maybe they want to be able to start making $1,000 a week. Let's just say their desire is to start making $1,000 a week so that they can have more money to take their kids out, okay? So what you need to do is you need to figure out what are all the things I could give them to help them get to this result faster. If she desires to make $1,000 a week, what can you give her to be able to get this result faster? If you only give her a course, have any of y'all ever been to McDonald's? Anybody ever been to McDonald's? Y'all got McDonald's where y'all staying at? I gotta see some hands, cool. I remember my grandma used to take me to McDonald's. And what is the one thing you get a kid when they go to McDonald's? Somebody type it in the chat. Let me see if somebody knows. The one thing you get a kid, if you got a kid, you go to McDonald's, yes, it's a Happy Meal. Now, when I think about a Happy Meal, did somebody come off and say Happy Meal? A Happy Meal. When I think about a Happy Meal, what comes inside of a Happy Meal? This drops some stuff, y'all. What's the main thing in there? It's like the meat. Maybe like some chicken nuggets. And then I think they probably still get fries.
French fries and a toy.
A toy. You probably get some sauces. No sauces come with Happy Meals? Some sauces?
Yeah.
Sauces come with Happy Meals. Chicken nuggets, French fries, toy, sauces. Is one more thing we missing. One more thing. A drink. Thank you. A drink. Bingo. Do you guys know that in the 1960s, one of the franchise owners from McDonald's, they realized that a lot of the parents that were coming to get Happy Meals, they were talking about that the parents started realizing that the kids kept taking their stuff in their own meals. The kids were taking some of their nuggets. The kids were taking some of their drinks. The kids were taking some of their fries. So what one of the franchise owners did was he said, you know what? We're going to create something just for kids. And it's going to be called the Happy Meal so that parents won't have to keep getting their food took, or parents didn't have to buy their kids these big old servings and waste money because the kids are not going to eat them. So he created the Happy Meal. Peep what I'm telling y'all right here. What's the desired result of the parent? My kid keep wasting food. I keep wasting money. I need something to keep my kid entertained while we're driving. My kid is hungry. I don't want to have to buy my kid a big drink, a large fry, a large chicken nugget. That's the desired result. So what did McDonald's say? Well, instead of y'all selling that, I'm going to come out with the Happy Meal. And I'm going to give you the chicken nuggets. I'm going to give you the fries. I'm going to give you the toy. I'm going to give you the sauces. I'm going to give you the drink. and you got everything you need. So what am I telling y'all here? If you want to sell something for more, I don't want to say more expensive. I want y'all to stop using that word, but that's a little higher investment. You need to give them everything they need to succeed. So for example, if I teach you how to do the boho braids, okay, you learn the skill, but what else could I give you? Oh, what if I gave you how to create boho braiding content? Oh, okay. The chicken nuggets is the course. The fries, that's my content. I teach you how to do the content. Okay, so you're gonna show me how to do the skill. You're going to teach me how to create the content that brings in me more clients. What else could you give them to be successful? What else could you give? All right, I know that when I was having problems, when I was learning how to do my skill, one of the things that I needed to do was I need to figure out how to set up my booking site or price my boho braids. Okay, so now you're going to give them a pricing template. Oh my gosh, if somebody come off this call, y'all gonna, I promise you, bro, I promise you, y'all gonna be able to charge whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna give you, now it's starting to look a little different. Now it's like, hold on. She's only selling the course for $97, but this other course for $497. But the thing is, I get the course, I get content to cash flow for boho braiders. Oh, I just dropped the gem for somebody. I get the pricing template for boho braiders. What else could you give them to be successful? Just think, every single time you add something else, just think about it. What else could I give? 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 To where this number right here looks like a steal. When they came out with the Happy Meal, y'all, this looked like a steal for parents. I'm tired of my kid stealing my fries, or I'm tired of my kid having to buy little John John that's a large fry that he ain't gonna eat. McDonald's solved the problem. Product list. She said a product list. Okay, boom. Product list. And y'all wanna know the cool thing is? It's 4 things in here that a child can consume. 4 things in here that a child can consume. One thing in here that just makes the experience better. So I'm gonna let y'all on a big gem. Every product that y'all have, every course that y'all sell, I'm feeling now where they be like, sweetheart, where they be like, I shouldn't be saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Like I feel that for real now. I'm gonna give y'all one more thing. Y'all peep that it's 4 things in here. One thing has nothing to do with eating. This one thing is for experience. Keeping the child busy, giving them something to do. It's kind of like a indirect way of accountability. So when you sell your course, what can you put in your course that's like the toy for the child? Could you give people a community? Could you create a community where they all could get in and they can bounce ideas off each other? Could you have it to where, like with me and Timmy, she's one of my coaching students, so she gets Voxer access to me. So she can Voxer me and say, hey, Jay, I'm going through this problem. What do you think about this caption? And I'm like, hey, Timmy, this caption is terrible, but this one is good. Or I'll be like, hey, Timmy, that content idea was fire. What made you come up with that? You need some more ideas? That builds the experience. So we need to figure out, oh my gosh, what's going to be our meat? We already know that. That's the course. We need to figure out what's going to be our size. What else can we throw in there to make $497 look like a steal? If y'all do that, and I know I said before, like, this one thing, but let me just throw in another. This is the one thing here. Because y'all going to be able to charge whatever y'all want. Because this right here, see dropping the fire emojis. That's how church be. That's how I like it. This right here, this right here, and you get all of this, it's gonna make this look like nothing. So your homegirl that's charging $1,000 for her whole course, or her braiding course, or her, I don't freaking know, silk press course. Who else I got in here? For her stitch braiding course, it's gonna be like, I don't even want that. Like it's too cheap. It's too cheap. It don't come with nothing. And then the last thing, could you take a picture of this? I want to post this on Instagram. real quick. You take a picture of that. That's gonna be real good. I'm gonna post that on Instagram, do like a caption situation. All right, so let's kind of recap a little bit because I kind of got excited with that Happy Meal example that came to me last night. So they can see your fingers. You hand modeling. Say hi, everybody. So step number one. Step number one, we need to figure out who's our dream student. Step number two, we need to figure out what do they desire. Step number three, we need to figure out what are all the things we could give them to be successful. And step number four, which is one of my favorite parts to talk about, I need you guys to price it based on value. Whew. We're gonna end with this right here, and then we're gonna stop the video so it can get uploaded to YouTube, and then I'm gonna take Q&A. But this is a big one. It's like this has felt so good, I don't even want to erase it. Well, I'm gonna erase anyways. Last week, I talked about with the beauty pros that were on the call, and I said, how if the student you have, if they go through your course, right, and they do everything that you tell them to do, every single thing, they watch every video, they implement, they get a model, they do practice sessions, they do everything. If they do everything you tell them to do, how much money could they make as a beginner on the low end? So for example, I got some boho braiders in here, and two of my students are boho braiders, so I'm gonna keep picking on them. If they go through if one of the students invest in the boho braiding course, right? And they do everything they say, like everything that my students tell them to do, they say. How much money could you make on average as a beginner boho braider in a year? Just on average. Like, can somebody drop a number? Somebody probably got a number. Y'all can just make up a number. It'd be better if the boho braiders can make up a number. But let's just say on average, somebody could make she said $50,000 as a beginner. Peep this, y'all. I'm about to transfer. One of my YouTube mentors talks about your mindset can be transformed when you listen to somebody and they transfer a new idea to you. So let's say as a beginner, if they do everything that you say, they could make $50,000 in a year. Okay. Why would you go out and charge somebody $50 if you're teaching them a skill that can make them 50,000? Who looks like the puppet in this deal? Yeah, you or me. And this is something that I struggle with too. I'm not saying this to pick on nobody, but sometimes I really be like, oh, if these beauty pros, they listen to everything I say, like one of my clients made $69,000 in 72 hours listening to what I said. Another one did $22,000 listening to what I said. Another one did $1,700 listening to what I said. But for some reason, I still struggle with like, I want it to be, do anybody have that feeling like I want it to be affordable? I want it to be affordable. And this was another YouTube mentor said, Myron Golden. He said that affordability is subjective to the person that you're talking to. That changed my belief. Everything that's affordable to me is not affordable to you. Everything that's affordable to you is not affordable to me. So then he hit us with another thing a couple videos later. He said that people who don't pay attention. If all of y'all would have paid me $30,000 to sit on this phone, I bet you everybody would be sitting here like this. I'm just being real. But since nobody paid, the attention span is not there because it's your heart is not in it. Even in the Bible, Jesus talked about that. What he said, like your money follows your heart. What you invest in shows what you believe in. So if I don't make y'all pay anything, I mean, of course everybody cameras off. Of course everybody not saying nothing. Y'all didn't pay nothing. But same principle applies for you. When you charge a little bit, students probably are going to forget about it. When you charge a lot, when you charge 500, Oh, students start caring a little bit more. When you charge 5,000, oh, students start caring a little bit more than that. The more you charge, the more they pay attention. And to finish his statement, if they don't pay, they don't pay attention. If they pay a little bit, they pay a little bit of attention. If they pay a little bit more, they pay a little bit more attention. If they pay a lot, they pay a lot of attention. So let me be honest with y'all. This is another belief I'm adapting. Another YouTube mentor, his name is Russell Brunson. He said that we have an obligation as coaches to charge our students a lot because that's what's going to make them move in action, which in turn gets them the result that they desire. If we charge them this much money, they probably going to forget about it. They're not going to get the result, and then they're going to blame us for not getting the result. Let's be real, y'all. But if we charge them this much and we put some fire under them, they're going to go do the work and they're going to get the result. So one belief that I'm adapting is that is because at first I used to be like, oh, I need to charge a lot because everybody charging a lot. Yeah, I want to be premium priced. And I couldn't really walk with that belief. But now after hearing it so many times, I get it. I have to charge y'all a lot because if y'all don't, y'all not going to do the work. And I want to impart that same belief on y'all. Y'all need to charge for the transformation and not the thing that y'all selling. Period. If you teaching people how to do silk presses and you know that silk presses have filled your calendar up and you have made 100 grand doing silk presses, yo, you do not need to be charging $100. If you know that you spend 50 hours a week boho braiding or fox, however, I can never get, faux, it's called, thank you, sweetheart, faux locking. If you know you made 100 grand, 200 grand, 300 grand last year, and you know if a beginner come in your training and they do everything you say, they can at least make 100 they first year, why are you charging $100? That don't make sense. So you guys need to, and I don't have time to go into how do you price it, but I want to just transfer a belief over to y'all that we need to get out of the habit of charging what we see our friends charging, but really our friends ain't even making money. Our friends struggling too. Oh yeah, I see TT down the street. She charged 100 for her boho course. I literally had a client. I'm not gonna disclose her name. We was meeting, and I can't even say what industry she's in because that's gonna give it away. We were talking about it, and I asked her, I said, "You about to come out with an academy where people can learn these 3 things. That's like huge things." And I said, "How much were you thinking about charging for this?" I just knew she was about to say 2 grand, 3, 4, 5. She said, "Well," and this is how I know when I work with beauty pros, I love working with y'all, but y'all do crack me up sometimes. This is how I know y'all not charging enough. Well, such and such be charging this, and I'd be like, bro, I didn't ask you all that. What are you charging? And then they eventually tell me, and then they be like, oh, I only, when they say I already know it's gonna be something that's terrible. She was like, I only want to charge $500. I said, wait, what? I said, no, you need to at least be charging $1,000 for this. She's like, oh no, because I saw other brow artists and she had to go from, oh, I just gave the industry away, brow industry. But y'all get the point. I saw other brow artists and they was charging this, and I just don't think that I'm able to charge it because I see other people charging it, and why would they pay me? I'm like, listen, you need to charge $1,000 for this. She eventually buckled up her confidence and did the whole I'm gonna pray on it stuff. I'm like, yo, the Lord is gonna tell you to charge $1,000. She did all of that, and she ended up making 19 grand cash collected. 19 grand cash collected. 25 grand on payment plans on her first launch in 90 minutes. So it just be up here. And usually the homegirl that's charging that, she obviously probably most likely is not getting a lot of sales, because if she is, she will understand that she needs to continue to raise her price and try to stretch it out until she finds her ceiling. So my last thought for y'all is that I want y'all to keep y'all blinders on like horses in a race and follow what we just talked about today and go out and charge. Like, no longer say to yourself, I think I'm just rambling. This is my last ramble. No longer say to yourself, I can't charge blank. Forever, from this point on, ask yourself, how can I charge blank? I am currently, right now, you guys, thinking about how can I charge $50,000 for a coaching program for beauty pros? And guess what? The more I think about it, the more it starts to sound true. The more I realize that $50,000 ain't nothing. One of the YouTube mentors, he charged $350,000 for his coaching program. 50,000 is nothing. So I just want y'all to think, just pick a number today and just ask yourself, what have you been wanting to charge? Pick that number and then figure out how much you need to make a month and then say, dang, if I got, I'm gonna pick on Drew. If I got, I don't know how much Drew make, let's say Drew make 10 grand a month. If I just got 10 people to pay me $1,000 for my course, how can I make that happen? What would have to be true in order for that to happen? Now I don't have to braid a whole month, 50 hours a week. I don't know how many hours you working, Drew, but 50 hours a week, every week, that's 200 hours a month to make 10 grand. I can just hop on camera and be myself and get 10 people to pay me $1,000. I'll take that. I'll take that. I used to be a photographer. I had appointments booked on the hour and I used to probably make 4 or 5 grand a month taking photos. Now I can come on here and use my mouth to make thousands and just do this all day. I'll take that. So I'm trying to think about how to wrap up the YouTube video. I'm just going to wrap up the YouTube video like that. I'm going to do all the YouTube stuff real quick, y'all. So bear with me. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure you download the ebook. I mean, not the ebook. And I'm going to keep this part in there too. We have a 6-week coaching program coming up where I'm going to show beauty pros how to make their first course sale without recording a single lesson. I realized that after making $120,000 for beauty pros, that $96,000 of that came from pre-selling. And I want to show you that method. I want to teach you guys that method in this 6-week program where you're going to be able to launch your first course sale. Peep this. Launch your first course before you record a single lesson so you don't have to waste time filming, waste time editing, waste time focus on graphic designers. One of the last techs I talked to, she told me that she makes $5,000 a month. And she told me that she spent 2 weeks trying to launch her course and didn't get that many sales. She missed out on 10 grand because she tried to do it the other way. I want to show you in this program how to do it the right way so you literally just get paid for an idea that you have in your brain, okay? So we have 4 slots. You can click the link in the description to grab your slot. It may be gone, it may not, or you may be able to get in on the next one. It starts April 7th, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace. All right, you guys, I did the YouTube stuff. So I'm going to stop this recording real quick.